In today's video, I'm going to be discussing Social Security and potentially freezing checks along with future raises. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. Alright, now first off, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you've heard me talk about multiple different bills, packages, proposals, ideas, concepts, and all kinds of different plans out there to reform Social Security and change the benefits in a major way. We've seen tons of these that are showing up. Well, that's what I want to talk about here in this video because this is actually a very concerning one. Well, now they're talking about freezing potential checks and any future raises going forward. Again, I want to elaborate exactly what they're talking about here and what this would mean for beneficiaries, as this would impact literally everybody across the board. There's a couple different iterations of this proposal and what they're talking about, and again, I want to break that all down for you here in this video. Now, here's the thing. I want to point this out really quickly as well. A lot of times we look at all these proposals, the bills, packages, all these things that are being introduced and think, doesn't really matter. They're not going to change Social Security. Here's the thing, they're going to be changing Social Security. How are they going to be doing it? That's the problem. We don't know yet, okay? That's the very scary part. We don't know what they're going to do to it yet. Now, here's the thing. If they don't change Social Security or if they don't reform the program in some major way, we're going to see our benefits cut by anywhere between about 23 and 25%. So, I mean, take your pick, right? Do you want Social Security to be reformed or do you want to have a cut to your benefits of 23 to 25%, depending on the report you look at and depending on what the actual projections are as of now. Now, again, I'm not sure about you. I definitely don't want a 23 to 25% cut on benefits. That would be really, really bad for a lot of people. So when it comes down to it, we probably want reform to Social Security, even though that is a very scary thing to say, like, oh no, don't touch the program, right? It's very easy to say that, and that's, something we want to say, but at the end of the day, if we don't change the program, that's not going to be good either. That's going to be even worse, okay? So we know the change is going to be coming. What the change is going to be, we don't know yet. That's what I said, the scary part, okay? Anyway, I want to break down the details for you here in this video as far as what they're talking about as far as freezing or freezing checks or potentially any future raises to beneficiaries, okay? Anyway, really fast before we get into it, if you've not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge, huge favor. Hit the subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching all the details, breaking it all down in these videos, doing the research so you don't need to, and again, advocating on your behalf in any way that I possibly can be, as I have been for years. Again, thanks for being here. Truly do appreciate it. Please subscribe down below. The big old button waiting for you down there. Thank you again. Let's talk through the details. All right, so like I said, a couple different iterations of this. Now, first off, what do I mean by freezing checks? Does that mean like no more checks are going out? No, that's not what I'm saying here, okay? What they're simply saying is that, hey, every year, we've been given this cost of living adjustment, the COLA. Now, don't get me wrong. The COLA, it's, one of these things that's like really, it's pretty pathetic. The last couple of years here, it's been really, really low, not nearly keeping up with the cost of living. We know this, okay? But the COLA has been around virtually forever, okay? Well, as a result of that, it continues to raise benefits a little bit each and every year to account for the cost of living. And again, we know it does a very bad job, right? It does not really keep up. We know that it does a terrible job actually, following the actual cost of living. But here's the thing. They've talked about, let's just freeze checks, okay? So basically what they're doing, let's think of it this way. What is the objective of this plan? What is the objective of all of the proposals that are out there? To increase solvency. That is the whole purpose of every single plan that's out there, is to increase solvency with the trust fund. In other words, make sure that they have enough money to pay out all of the benefits to all the beneficiaries for many more decades into the future. That's the plan, okay? So if we have a better understanding of what their objective is, as in what are they trying to accomplish? What are they really trying to do here with all these bills, packages, proposals? If we understand that, it's easier to kind of comprehend what they're trying to do with this, okay? So again, they're trying to push out insolvency, okay? So with that in mind, what is the purpose of this? Now, some people have come out and suggested, wait, we give the COLA every year. This bumps up benefits, and in fact, this year for 2024, they're paying out an extra $47 billion in benefits just this year alone because of the COLA. The 3.2% COLA, yes, believe it or not, is boosting benefits and boosting the output from Social Security by $47 billion. It's a lot of money. That's about a half of a month's worth of benefits to beneficiaries, okay? They pay out about $100 billion a month right now to beneficiaries, roughly, give or take a little bit, okay? So that's about half of what it would actually be. on a monthly basis. That's about a half month's worth of benefits right there that they're paying out just in the form of extra COLAs this year alone, okay? So they continue to look at this and think, wait, why do we really need to give the COLA, right? We know that it's not keeping up, the program is broken, but yet at the end of the day, what's better? A little COLA raise every year, or would it actually be better to make sure the benefits are not cut by 23 to 25%, right? So, kind of take your pick here. Do you want a little $5, $10, $15, $20 raise every year because of the COLA, or would you rather have your benefits stay at what they are and not be cut by 23 to 25%, right? There's a big difference there, right? So, anyway, this is what they're talking about as far as freezing benefit checks, okay? I don't know. I'm not really sure what the best solution is, but I guess I would say this much in my honest opinion. I would much rather take a flat benefit with no more COLAs versus having a 23 to 25% cut. To me, that would be very detrimental. I would not be too excited about a 23 to 25% cut. I'm just saying. That's just me personally. I'm just saying that, okay? I'd much rather forego a $10 or $15 month raise to benefits on an annualized basis with a little teeny tiny COLA versus taking a huge couple $100 hit every single month. So that's just my opinion, right? But anyway, so that's number one, okay? And then future raises. Same thing comes in here where they're saying, hey, let's just cut out the COLA. If we just cut out the COLA, this would save not only, like I said, this year, $47 billion this year, but guess what? That's going to be bumped up to say maybe another, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 billion again next year, right? So every year it continues to compound. And remember this much as well, the COLAs don't go away. Once the COLA raise has been added to your check, it's not like it goes away the next year and then they add the new COLA. No, the COLA raise stays there, right? So you got, 5.9% a couple of years ago, you got 8.7% last year, you got 3.2% this year. It continues to compound on top of each other year after year after year, and the raises continue to get bigger, right? Because you're based on a higher base number that we're calculating a percentage from, so therefore the raises continue to get a little bit bigger, right? So each and every year, okay, fine. The output from the COLA this year is $47 billion. That's just this year. Now next year, the output from this COLA is going to be the $47 billion plus whatever the COLA is for next year. Maybe it's 1% or 2%, something like that. That'll be an extra, say, $20 billion on top of it. So now the output is $47 billion this year, and let's call it $67 billion next year. And again, you see my point here, right? So it adds up very, very quickly. So if they run the math on this, they think, hey, if we just cut the COLA alone, just cut the COLA, just that alone, this would push out insolvency for many more years into the future. Okay, fine. But at the end of the day, then again, checks are really not keeping up, okay? But let's look at the big picture for just a second here. Are checks keeping up with the COLA, or what I should say is the COLA keeping up with checks right now? No. No, right? The COLA continues to fall behind with real living expenses every single year. We know this. We see the reports. We see all of our statements. We see all of our receipts. We're seeing what we're dealing with right now. It is not keeping up whatsoever. The COLA helps a little bit, but it certainly does not keep up. Now, the other situation out there as well is, what about the Medicare Part B premium? If the COLA does not continue to be applied to checks, then guess what? The Medicare Part B premium is going to sit there and chip away at people's checks a little bit every single year as well, because don't get me wrong, they're certainly going to continue raising that one. They're not going to cut that one out and say, well, we won't raise the premium anymore. Not a chance. They want their raise as well, right? So the Medicare Part B premium would still go up. Therefore, the COLA would not be there to kind of buffer some of that hit. And then there we go. We're seeing the chipping away of checks. So again, this is just an idea that's out there. Again, this has not been implemented yet, and realistically, I don't really know if this would fly, okay? I'm just simply saying this is another one of the ideas, another one of the plans that's out there. Something we had to continue to keep on our radar because you never know. Like I said earlier a couple times, the scary part is about Social Security reform is we don't know what's going to happen. That is why this whole thing is so scary, because we don't know. Our checks, our benefits, our livelihoods are at mercy of the decisions out of Congress. Scary. I'm not sure about you, but that seems very scary to me. I'm not sure about you, but to me, when I look at that, I think, that's not a good picture to think a few hundred people have basically the livelihoods and the checks and the income of hundreds of millions of people, tens of millions of people basically at their possession. I don't know. Seems like, a little bit an ideal type of situation, in my opinion. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, I want to be here for you in any way that I can be. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those you've seen popping up throughout the video, as well as the ones you'll see on your screen here in a second. And otherwise, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos, again, in the video library, or the ones I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or at the top of the comment section, and the ones you see on your screen now. Enjoy your day. I hope this helped you, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. Have a good one.